Luke is in Middleton. Luke, good evening.
Good evening. I'm hoping you can help. I'm ringing on behalf of my partner. She's tried returning from maternity leave and putting in a flexible working request. The crux of the issue is she wants to work only morning shifts so she's able to pick our son up from nursery in the afternoon. She wouldn't be able to do that work in the evening shifts.
Luke, I'm sorry, I missed that. You said she only wants to do morning. I missed the rest of it.
Right, okay. She only wants to do the mornings shifts so that she can pick up our son from nursery after work. She wouldn't be able to do that work in the evening shifts.
Okay, just pausing a moment. I'm assuming your son is over 2 if he's at nursery.
No, he's about to turn 1. She's just returning from maternity leave.
Understood. You preempted my question, which is how can she just be returning if she's got a 2-year-old son? But my assumption was wrong.
Okay. So work has essentially denied that part of the request, stating that, originally stating all colleagues must work a mix of mornings and evenings to make it fair on all colleagues. We then pointed out that we believe that's indirect sex discrimination because of women having more child caring responsibilities. They then changed their reasoning to say, well, we need 2 people working in the evening, and if my partner wasn't working in the evening, that wouldn't work. However, the rota show that they always have 4 people working, even with my partner not there, so that doesn't add up. My partner's resigned, stating constructive dismissal as a result of indirect sex discrimination. She's just wondering how she would make that claim at tribunal. Would she just go for constructive dismissal, or would she go for indirect sex discrimination as well, or how would she do it?
OK, there's 3 potential claims here and you've named 2 of them. I'll give you the third in just a second. But procedurally, tell me when she resigned, Luke.
She resigned, she put her notice in about 2 months ago. That was within a week of the appeal from the flexible working request process being denied. Was it immediate resignation, or did she work out a notice period? She's worked out her notice period.
Which is how long?
She's done 2 months, but she's obviously not returned to work because she's still on maternity leave.
She hadn't actually returned from maternity leave?
No.
OK. She will then have 3 months to contact ACAS. You've got to do something, or she's got to do something called ACAS Early Conciliation, which is an online form that tells ACAS she wants to bring a claim against her ex-employer. ACAS contacts the employer, tries to broker a settlement, and if either side says don't want to settle or the settlement fails, ACAS gets 6 weeks to try and broker a settlement. Mm-hmm. Then and only then does she get to fill in a form called an ET1 form, which is to go off to an employment tribunal. But 3-month time limit from employment finishing is the crucial time limit to bear in mind. If she misses it, she's got problems. There are 3 claims she can bring here. Claim number 1 is constructive dismissal. You've got that absolutely right. That must not be her only claim because compensation for constructive dismissal is capped at a year's salary. Mm-hmm. And she may be unemployed for longer. I don't know. Yeah. Claim number 2 is exactly what you've said, indirect sex discrimination. And claim number 3 is failure to follow the flexible working regulations. If they didn't put the right buzzwords in their letter replying to her request for flexible working, then it's a penalty of 8 weeks' pay on top of the compensation for constructive dismissal or indirect sex discrimination. The other point is with indirect sex discrimination, she'll get somewhere around the £10,000 mark for upset and injury to feelings, which you can't get for constructive dismissal. So it's definitely worth bringing all those claims, even though they are all about the same thing. Is she a member of a union? Please say yes.
She isn't.
She isn't.
No.
What about insurance? Car insurance, household insurance that has legal expense insurance with it?
We've had a look. Nothing covers it, I'm afraid.
All right, so you've got no legal expense insurance. You've got 2 options, or she's got 2 options. Do it yourself or go to a no-win, no-fee lawyer, and they'll take a third of whatever she recovers. Indirect sex discrimination claims are tricky. I think it's probably worth going to a no-win, no-fee lawyer on this one, but it will cost a third of the compensation.
Yeah. Interestingly, on the failure to follow the flexi working process, they issued the appeal past the 2-month deadline, but they changed the date on the head of the letter. But they sent the letter by email, so it was very obvious that they hadn't sent it on the date they'd put on the head of the letter. Would that be a failure to follow the process as well?
Yes, it would be. That's just a slam dunk if they fail to complete it within 2 months, unless you agreed an extension. And I'm assuming she didn't agree an extension.
There was no extension.
So this is a bit like what I said to James from Folkestone a little earlier, which is that a tribunal is really not going to like that sort of dishonesty, and it will count against them big time. A tribunal will want to find against them. And if they can find a way to find against the ex-employer, they will do. With one caveat, Luke, sometimes you can quite legitimately date a letter on, say, a Wednesday.
Yeah.
It gets signed off, HR check it, doesn't go out by email till the Monday. There's no fraud involved there. It's just delay while it gets checked. So if it's backdated by 2 weeks, that's probably very dodgy. If the date of the letter and the email only differs by a day or two, there could well be an innocuous explanation for that.
Right, okay, brilliant.
All right.
Fantastic, thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Luke. Good luck with the claim.